ones are family when you die. It's a good thing you're on a budget.
Well, I could. I would
ask them twice.
No questions asked.
I'm sure I could find a charitable donation that's good, like St. Jude's or something like that. That would help people.
Oh, was that little boy?
Yes.
What's his
Anthony?
name?
I think it's
No.
Anthony.
The little
Anthony.
dope with the fucking
Dope?
blanket and shit. That kid.
Oh my god, that's the most adorable.
The elf kid?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I think it's
what's
Anthony.
his name? No, it's not
What are you
Anthony.
talking about?
Sam? No, it's.
The little, yeah, fine, I get him. It's this little kid. We talked
Oh my
about him
God,
once. He's
I
like,
want to adopt that kid. If I made a plea, like a public plea, I'm kind of in a public eye.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to adopt the St. Jude's boy.
Sam,
Fire,
like his
get him.
name isn't Sam.
Fire, get him out of the St. Jude's kid.
I tell you, man, that kid is just adorable.
He
He's
rides
the
around-
cutest little kid ever.
He rides around. Meanwhile, he has 2 daughters. He rides around in a wheelchair with this blanket on him, like soliciting donations in the commercial.
Mm-hmm. You had to have seen
with
him.
a weird voice. He's like,
he's
"Hi,
like,
I'm Sam."
it's
Like
not
he-
Sam. It's not Sam.
I don't know.
And he goes-
It's not ringing a bell.
Oh my God, it's on constantly. But like, he is the greatest spokesman for this charity because he will melt your heart.
Really?
He's that cute.
I'm not
Sam.
It's not Sam though.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to adopt him, especially?
I would. He looks
Google-
like he doesn't need a lot of assistance because he's able to be a spokesman. So I figured, how much care does this kid need?
He might be fraud. He might be a fraud.
Oh, he's Shriners Hospital.
Oh, okay.
Shriners Hospital.
What's his
kid.
name?
I'm not gonna go look that up now.
Yeah, let me show Q the picture though.
Yeah, get ready for your heart to melt, Q. He's so cute.
You've seen this kid, right?
I have never seen that kid, but I get it. He actually looks like.
He looks like an elf.
Simmy a little bit.
He looks like let me say. He looks like little Simmy.
He kind of looks like a little Simmy.
He does. He looks like Simmy Jr. That might be Simmy's kid.
And you know what? If I adopt
Sammy
him, though,
Simmy. Holy
Oh,
shit! It is
shit.
Sam.
he's no more spokesman for this company. Though. I'm going to give him a real childhood.
Alec.
Oh, I was hoping.
Alex,
I was
that's
hoping
it.
that True
Alec.
puts him
Not
in
with
charge
the-
of my
with the
show.
Alec.
It's
Alec with the C.
Alec. I thought it was Alex, but it's but like that.
I would change his name if I were you. Once you adopt him, I'd probably change
Well,
his
I'd
name.
say his last name he'd be changed to Flanagan, but
Alec Flanagan. Yeah, you need a better first name. Something like Tiny something. Like just Tiny Alec. Just legally changed.
He did Twas the Night Before Christmas.
I mean,
Well, that's what he does. Yeah, he reads "Twas the Night Before Christmas."
I
but,
am a
like,
little worried that they
modifies it.
just trot this kid out constantly, not giving him a real childhood or anything.
Right, they lock him in a cold cell afterwards. They're just like, "Hope your blanket." You know what? Give me that blanket.
No. I mean, just bringing him to like charity organizations and and
Show party.
yeah, definitely.
He's like a child star in the 30s. He's like the Mickey Rooney of the Shriners, where they're just
Could be.
constantly riding
And
his ass.
That's what I'm worried
Did
about.
Mickey Rooney ever say that he was unhappy with that?
He didn't. I think mostly Mickey Rooney was the whole like, my parents stole all my money.
Oh, wasn't that
like-
Coogan? I think that was Coogan.
Jackie Coogan. Yeah, you're right. Mickey Rooney though did get his money stolen.
Really?
Yeah, I wonder. It must have
Well,
been
that's
like
what
after
Coogan got the law
Todd
passed
Bridges.
that puts the money in trust so that they can't steal from the kids.
What, you think Alec has any money?
Oh, I thought that's why you were adopting him.
You think he's going to put away a couple of
Well,
bucks?
I'm sure he's got some blankets stowed away
You-
for
you-
a rainy day.
You think he embezzled any from the Shriners?
How weird would it be if I would have made a real public plea to adopt a kid? Would it look strange?
But him specifically, definitely.
They're like, there's plenty of
just 'cause
kids
he's
to adopt. Like, no.
I'm going to save Alec.
A TV personality.
Although he may not.
Compliment.
I don't even know if he needs to be adopted, though. He talks about his grandma in one of the commercials.
Well, she'll
I
be
never
dead
heard that
soon.
Remember, he goes, "Love you, grandma."
No.
Isn't that what you said to your guidance counselor when she walked in?
Wow.
Grandmas. You still have any grandmas left?
No.
No.
Lost my last one. I was in Brookdale, so
Might you have genetic?
98. I could have a genetic grandparent.
When you say you lost her, did she wander off the farm and just never come back?
No, she broke her ankle. She was at a rehabilitation center. She got up, had breakfast, and was sitting in her chair waiting for to go to physical therapy, and she just passed.
When does shooting a Puerto Rican come into it?
That was my
That was your
father.
dad?
It was a
Oh,
beating,
okay.
not shooting.
I don't think any of us probably would be at our age would expect to have any grandparents left.
Sal?
Right?
Sal has 2.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
wow, that's great.
It's unbelievable. And they're like with it.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
not like, they're not like doddering all day. I get jealous when I see them. I'll probably take it out on Sal.
Well, I remember that. Because one of your best day ever, and if I were to think
My
back to the
grandparents.
episode, you'd like to go back and relive
My
a
grandma.
day at your grandparents with your canning shit, right?
Yeah.
That's not a euphemism. That's you were canning like
Yeah,
jelly and
can.
shit.
No, yeah.
with your
Yeah.
jelly.
Yeah, it would be
What
nice.
was it? Jams and stuff?
No,
you were
tomato
making?
sauce.
Tomato sauce.
Tomato
That's
sauce,
right. Yeah.
Well, up until she died, I spent every New Year's Eve with my grandmother.
Oh, once a year you saw her. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, what a guy.
No, I saw her more than that, but I would
She
spend.
was
New Year's,
constantly running away, which is how she got lost.
I would always spend New Year's
Yeah.
Eve with her.
That's-
What'd you
Watch
guys
the ball
do? Watch the ball drop?
Oh yeah, I had to watch Dick Clark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Was this be the era when Lawrence Welk would be playing too, or not Lawrence Welk? I can't remember who the big band leader was that all the grandmas liked.
Although she loved, she
Like
liked Lawrence
Jack Benny?
Welk, but she loved Liberace. And she refused to
poor
believe
grandma.
him. She would always tell me stories about Liberace's rings, about how she wanted to go see him in concert, and how all the ladies loved him, and he loved all the ladies.
Now, as a young child, did you realize, looking at Liberace, that something was probably not kosher with what your grandma was telling you?
No, I just
You just took it for
yeah.
that's what a man's man looks like.
Well,
Sure does. Did you? So you didn't know that Liberace was?
no. Many years later, I learned.
Though you can't really go by that because when we went to the WWE thing and they were showing old footage of Ric Flair,
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Is that Liberace's son?" Like the shit he's dressed in, you're like, he's
Yeah, there's glittering robes, and there's
Oh,
a guy
boy.
now, Bobby Roode, who does the same thing.
Yeah.
There's those glittering robes.
I just assumed it was all part of the because you look at Lawrence Welk at all the outfits he had and the kids had
Yeah.
and everything else like that.
Could he make that statement at like a Raw event?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you could make that statement
Yeah,
and
I
not get
think
his ass
so.
pummeled?
Yeah, I know.
you don't think Ric Flair like, woo?
You don't think they'd be busted like that? I thought that would be sacrilegious to say something like that about Ric Flair.
I'm sure that people have said that in the ring. Remember, there used to be a wrestler who was like he was a bad guy, a villain, and his gimmick was that he was gay.
No.
Yeah, it was.
What year would this be?
Bobby the Brain was his manager. It was gorgeous, not gorgeous.
Gorgeous George?
No, it was. Oh, come on. Fuck. It was.
So none of the other wrestlers don't want to wrestle him? Because he was getting all
Well, that
turned
was
on and
always
stuff?
He's got boners and shit.
You can see it through those little
Because
short spandex.
Because back in the day, it was about the
arousals.
pageantry. There was a lot of pageantry to.
He was juicing with duration spray.
what was his name?
Did he come out and say it, or was it implied?
Dude, it was like he used to come out and like
Ravishing Rick Rude?
he used to come down in pink and like with a flower in his mouth and like.
But he never would say it. But it was
No,
just
I don't know.
so
He
over
might
the
have.
top.
He might have said it.
Wow. So they did away with that, huh?
Yeah, they did away with it.
They're more woke. They're more woke now.
The WWE.
Yeah, I would think.
Is that not woke though? Like, was he really gay or he was just pretending to be gay?
He was pretending to be gay. He wasn't
Okay.
gay. Anyway.
Yeah. Plus painting, it would be.
Especially as a villain, just because it's.
Yeah. That would
Oh,
definitely
everybody
be
hated
a
him.
boo boo.
He would come out and people, what the fuck was his name?
So would you say it was a high heel?
Ooh, very good.
Whoa!
Oh, can we title that the episode this week?
The high
Sure.
heel.
I don't have to think of the name now. Why not?
Look how pleased he is with himself too. Look at his face gets redder when he's pleased with himself.
No, I'm just picturing Maxwell listening to this going, "Nah, motherfucker, I know the answer to this question."
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And he gets too pleased with himself and he takes it too far.
He makes you not want to give it to him.
Finally, I'm beloved. Seconds later. So what did you do on this New Year's now that your grandma's dead these past 20 years?
Well, yeah, I know it's going to add to my weird thing, but actually, for
Oh.
a couple years after she died, I would actually go to the cemetery where she was buried.
I don't think
And
that's weird.
I'd had to take the little.
Like, well, I would dig up other graves and have sex with
No, I
corpses.
took a
had
little.
nothing to do with my
I
grandmother.
took a little TV with me and the 2 champagne glasses we used to drink out of, and
That's actually beautiful.
Yeah.
Why would you think that would paint you as a weirdo?
sneaking into a cemetery at
Oh, you
night.
snuck in?
Well, it's just
Oh, you were there at midnight?
yeah. I would watch the ball drop on the little TV.
See, to me, someone like
sneaking in really does.
Well, it's walking in because you couldn't go through the front gate, so you just walked from the side. It's not like I climbed.
That's not nearly
a
as
fence or
weird
anything.
as him like being in the school dumpsters looking around for outdated technology and shit.
But wait a minute though. So you would bring a TV, and how does TV get?
Battery power.
It was the Gamegear, the Sega Gamegear, and it had a little TV tuner. You'd stick into it, just pick up the antenna, and just turn to the channel. So it was
And then you would leave
like
as
a
soon as the
Watchman.
ball was done.
Yeah.
And
I think
you
it's
stopped.
sweet.
Yeah, it is. But why'd you stop doing that?
I moved down to Tom's River, and I started actually going out to like parties with other people.
Oh, look at you, big man. Fuck grandma.
BMOC.
I know. I got invited to a party.
But no, this year I was in bed before the ball dropped. I just was tired, and I was like, yeah, hey, it happens every year. So
Yeah, but
and
you
I'll
never
definitely
know.
make it to next year.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I went all the way to Long Island and
yeah?
partied with Troy.
Really?
Yep.
How's
Yeah.
Troy bringing the new year?
Pretty much like everyone else. Watch the TV. There were a lot of people. Like people have a lot of kids. But
So it wasn't like a.
it wasn't just me and him.
Clothing optional.
No, it was. I got a bunch of people that his wife had invited, and she
yeah?
knew, and like all their kids. It's like I haven't been around that in a while. I forget like how wild things get when there are a bunch of like kids from like 6 to like 16.
It's like a zoo.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. My favorite part was at one point one of the kids came down and I heard her saying to Troy's wife, she's like, Sage is trying to break the door down and the older kids are getting mad. That made me laugh.
That's pretty good.
What'd you do, Q? How'd you bring in the new
I
year?
could tell you this. I texted him all I got back with zzz.
Oh, you
a bunch of
slept?
Z's.
Yeah, well, two things happened. One, I had a show at Nassau Coliseum.
That's right.
I was home by like 10:30.
how'd the show go?
It was fun. Pretty
Wait,
standard.
on New Year's Eve?
On New Year's Eve, yeah.
And you were home by 10:30 from a show on
Yeah.
Long Island?
Yeah, show
you take a
started at
helicopter?
7:30. Yeah, we were off stage by 9-ish, 9. There was no
Okay.
traffic. I blew home, and then this is embarrassing, I guess, to admit, but I've become addicted to Law & Order SUV. I can't stop watching it.
If Pam's still a listener, you cannot be embarrassed in front of one person. That's all she does
I
too.
can't stop watching it every night. Like, I watch it.
It's on every night on
It's
USA.
on
Yeah.
it's seeing Practical Jokers of every other network. It's on all the time. And I actually forgot that it was midnight because the case was wrapping up. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, fuck it. That's it. And then I was like, oh shit, it's 12. And I turned over and it was already over.
Yeah, weren't they like pushing like the episodes like they ended like in 10 minutes after the hour? I think it was.
They didn't do that this night because it was
Okay.
definitely like 12:01. I got there and then I just went to bed.
Did you feel, is this the first New Year's Eve where you've kind of shamefully...
No, the last two I didn't go out. Well, I made money this year. I worked, so I'm fine with that. I'd rather make money than party at this point.
Okay.
It's enough
Well,
time
yeah.
for partying when I'm old.
This to me is it's a non-holiday in my opinion. I don't it's one of the few times I go against society's expectations.
Of
And
you? Yeah. One night a year. That's it.
He spurns what
I
society
actually,
thinks about him.
I try to be even more square, just as a big middle finger to the fucking country.
To the man who, ironically, you are. Yeah. All of America is like, ooh. Once again.
The kids don't care.
No, you know what? To be the kids. This is a point where it's sad because it really bums me out. The kids are all at point. They're aging to the point where they have friends and they do things with their friends on these holidays.
Oh, really?
So
They're 15 and 19. He's like, they're old enough to have friends now. So
I am not like. I mean, I am not ashamed to admit it. It just sucks. I hate it. I hate that they have friends. None of them are worth a fucking lick, in my opinion.
none of those friends.
Yeah, no.
Jeez, they have no friends they've had like their entire lives or anything like that?
I don't. I mean, I'm not. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying anybody would be. Like anybody
Anyone
that
who's
they're like,
taking
hey,
them away from
I'd
you.
rather hang out with them than you. And I'm like,
I see, I
yeah,
see.
that's what I'm talking about.
I want to see when one of them's been married for 20 years. A 70-year-old Walt Flanagan, like, you ain't worth
I don't know
lick.
if I could do it. I don't know if I could do like I see people like I see these commercials for people who have heart failure or they have medical and they're like in this hospital saved them and they're always crying and being like, I want to be able to walk down the aisle with my daughter. I'm like, I don't want to fucking do that.
No way.
I don't want. Why is that something I should look forward to?